Alrighty, guys. Happy Thursday. Welcome back. Welcome back to MTV. I'm your guys' host, Trent Manager. For everyone who is new here, welcome. For all my returning patrons, of course, welcome back. Thank you for taking your time to be here today and cover the news with me and go over kind of what has been going on this week. Before we get started, guys, also I am in the NBA Top Shot list right now, so we will again be having the pleasure of opening an NBA Top Shot pack today in stream. And also, we got some nice coverage today. Really great news throughout the week. Not sure how aware you guys have been throughout the entire week and what's been going on, but it's been a great one. BTC hasn't been doing too much, having herself a nice cool off. It's been quite a run for herself, but that is more or less nothing of a big issue because we got plenty of other news to cover along with other projects doing amazingly well. You guys already know kind of what I'm gonna say. Ethereum is taking off and getting ready to really show us what she's got. So going through the agenda today, guys, what I wanted to cover and what I thought was important for today's live stream was going through our Grammarly real quick. Oh, sorry guys, just kind of lost track of eyes real quick. So Ethereum on their highs after European investment banks for 121 million digital bonds news. We're also going to be going over NEXON buying BTC. NEXON is a major game software and development company. We're going to go over what games they make just shortly when we get to that article. Binance Chain, their Defi exchanging. We're going to talk about the Uranium hack that kind of happened. 50 million in exploits from decentralized finance that was taking part in Binance Smart Chain and not Polygon. I'm going to have to double check on the extra project that was along with it, but the main project was on Binance Smart Chain. We're also going to be going over some other crypto news, some fulfillment of Ethereum. We're going to be talking a lot about Ethereum today, guys, just because that's been hogging pretty much all of the news. And I believe Ethereum definitely deserves a spotlight today and overall this entire week. So definitely diving into the first article, we're kind of going to go over just some brief Ethereum news, kind of what is going on. I think we're hitting all-time highs here. Let's double check real quick. Let's check what we're going on. Let's go to Coin360. I think we're hitting we hit all-time highs this morning again. On our way to $3,000, the road to 3,000. I think, let's see, today performance. Yeah, well, I think we were up to, let's double check, guys. I think we were up to 2,800 at one point. Let's do a quick check. Oh, this is such a terrible chart. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure we were, so not really the biggest deal, but it is what it is. So going over Ethereum's on their high on Europeans investment banks of 121 million digital bond news. So really going through why this is important. So we're not only seeing overseas attention going on, but we're also seeing the trust that Ethereum's network that provides. You guys have had me hop on here plenty of times and explain the use value of Ethereum. We've had the comparison of Bitcoin being the digital gold. We've had the comparison of Ethereum being the digital oil. Digital gold, store value, and Ethereum as digital oil, makes things run. As we know in the real world, oil makes a lot of things run and perform. And really going down kind of to what Michael Taint was saying, and we're going to hop into the tweets also when we get to that point, is really diving in as to how important this is. But having the trust that we have now with the Ethereum network and how we are moving with scaling solutions and layers, layer 1, layer 2, the trust level of what we have right now with these bond holdings of 2-year lockups is astounding, because not only are we seeing a big player step up to take this leap of 2 years, that is, not foreseeing the future of what can happen. But we're now starting to see kind of the diversion of Ethereum and BTC kind of taking their own paths. We've had BTC in cool off for about a week and a half now, just quite a little bit, hasn't been doing too much. Really, Bitcoin's very undervalued. We're well under our all-time high right now, but that has given the spotlight to Ethereum to shine, along with, what Ethereum brings, which is decentralized finance, smart contracts, not only just an asset, that you can hold, but, digital oil, pretty much like I said at the beginning. Ethereum powers just so much. You can send credentials, sensitive finance. You can send money, within 15 minutes of you sending it actually, around the world, and I know people will probably come out and say, hey, I can just swipe my credit card or, send Zelle, and there you go. It's right then, there, an instant. Well, yes, that is 100% correct. But if you really think about it, that's a glorified, IED. if you really think about it, because if just to break this down real quick, when you have your credit card, you're spending money that you don't have. The bank is transluting that, and then you pay that off at the end of the month, right? But then when you come to your debit cards, and you do the exact same transaction, yes, that money does, come someone in, it comes instantly, yeah, but on the back end of, that's where really the programming comes into play with a lot of people, and they don't really understand this, is that in the back end, yes, that did execute, and you were able to send that money, but it was just a hard fact check for you. So you swiped the card, and the bank was like, okay, he has the thumbs up for this. There are funds in here that we can do, but it still takes another 2 to 4 additional days for that money to actually be done by the clearinghouse and actually be done from the bank, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things that we don't see through the smoke and mirrors, when we really do think about that. But truly with not only with just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and these other chains, you're actually really sending real world currency from anywhere in the world in a matter of minutes. Minutes from 5 seconds to 30 minutes, depending on the network. So definitely wanted to stress that out and kind of just give you guys that broader perspective of just kind of that comparison of what I just explained for you guys, that it's not all just instant as you see, even if it kind of does really seem that way, but that's not true instantaneous deposits. So really going through the article, we're going to hop into the Twitter, but I kind of just did the brief overview, as there's plenty of talks of people coming in, crypto Twitter in particular, that has came in and kind of just expressed their liking and their overall movements of kind of how they're going to keep supporting Ethereum through the long haul. And this is nothing new, guys. And I should have, I didn't come, I definitely messed up. I'll post that PNG in the Patreon, just because there was a PNG I thought that was pretty funny, that kind of showed that when Ethereum's not doing good, it's bad, and then when it's doing good, it's amazing, and then when it's not doing good, it's bad. It's the same sentiment, a lot of the time. So really going over to JP Morgan, we've talked about JP Morgan, we've known about JP Morgan and how they love Ethereum now. It's kind of been a shake in the head for a little bit. They haven't really come around, and they've been very hesitant for for quite a bit, trying to utilize Ethereum's network and how they can incorporate this in their own institutional firm. But coming around now, the fulfillment of Satoshi's dream of Ethereum gets a nod from JP Morgan. So now we're starting to see, when we've seen this over the course of months, the resilience now turning into support for a lot of these big players. If we kind of go into the article, they just kind of briefly just kind of give the reassurance of how beneficial this new technology will be. We've talked about how Pandora's box is quite active. This is technology you can't put back in the box. It's already been integrated in businesses and real world, people, and how they govern their life. This is one of my main careers, so this is something that you can't really put back in the box. Really even going to extensions of that, we're seeing the performance value as well. Bitcoin's great, store of value, hard cap 21 million, and I also get this on the side as well. And we will be having more coverage on Ethereum moving forward, and separating Bitcoin's performance from Ethereum. But the performance level, we've seen Ethereum outperform Bitcoin since the beginning of the cycle, and that's for a number of reasons. Market capitalization, as you guys know, it's a lot harder, to move, the price of Bitcoin with the market capitalization it does have, just because you need more money, you need that, you need more currency to be able to, drive that price higher, versus a lot of smaller coins. I wouldn't even call Ethereum a smaller, market cap, but it's much less than Bitcoin. That is easier to, throw in, if you're an institution, 10 million or 20 million, and have that price move a lot more drastic than it would on the BTC side. So that's where we get the outperformance side as well, and along with the light overview of a deflationary currency as well. This is another one I get, is that Ethereum is not a deflationary asset. So what that means is that it has a limited supply, basically, in a way that people view, but that's not always correct. Kind of just giving the light overview is that with the updates that we have in the scaling solutions during peak times of performance, as you guys know, we've covered gas fees plenty of times, that Ethereum at peak times of performance will become deflationary. So ETH will be burned through every transaction. So you paying that gas fee, that ETH goes away. Sending anything you do on the network, network, it takes those small bits of Ethereum out of the network, and you can't just make Ethereum willy-nilly as well. So that's the other combat side of when people come and say there's an unlimited supply and it's out of control. It's not like Dogecoin where it's 10k every 1 minute. It's very far from that at all. It takes quite a bit of power to mine Ethereum. So covering the rest of this, I kind of want to go through the rest of the article as well. They kind of have some polls. Crypto Twitter is very active on Ethereum and pretty much over projects. Twitter's a great place to get information for Twitter. You just got to follow the right people. So I think I'll definitely give a list of people that I highly recommend that you give a follow and kind of just watch out for their tweets and retweets and when they engage with people, because a lot of these guys are knowledgeable and they've a little bit older, I guess, than I say myself. It's weird having the age comparison sometimes for this space, but it's kind of all age friendly, but it's more of a younger millennial type space. You don't really see a lot of crazy old people in the space, which is definitely not a bad thing. But going through the Twitter, as we this is what I also found really it actually made me very, very excited, and definitely got me thinking for the future, and just maybe the underestimates of how people really see this technology. Of course, just because they don't see the full 100% picture. But Ethereum, European Investment Bank is issuing 2-year digital bonds on Ethereum going through Goldman Sachs Standard. Yep, that's what we covered, and this is the screenshot that they had. The Bloomberg investment. This is looks like some sort of terminal. Their terminal of how they govern their institutions. Not sure exactly how they got this, but hey, there's a lot of guys who work very closely with a lot of high up government officials, making this work. Even moving forward, Raul Paul, gives it wow. And then even further, going down in the conversation, we go over to the next tweet. This is what really blew my mind. If you really think about this just for a second, just a quick minute. If Ethereum eats only 1% of the banking industry, this puts ETH at $40,000. Estimated 5% would put it at $202,000 per ETH. Note, this validation does not include NFTs or any other tech that manifests from devs, which would push, the value of Ethereum even higher. So I 100% agree with that. NFTs play a massive role already in the space. We have yield farming, we have smart contract integration, we have not only just the asset Ethereum in general, but really all the things that Ethereum offers besides the asset part of holding it as a stored value is something, like we've talked about, that is technology that changed the world and will continue to change the world. I can go on and on about the use cases and what you can do with smart contracts and just the overall functionality of Ethereum, like we have been for the past couple months. But I think you guys understand now, if you have not already looked into Ethereum, what it can perform, then I highly encourage you to go do some really hard research on how Ethereum's functionality will continue to work in the real world and make things easier, especially in the world of finance. So just kind of got on my Ethereum rant right there, kind of just stressing the importance of the second runner-up, the number 2 in the space behind Bitcoin. So, and also, guys, going over to Asian video game publisher NEXON, they buy $100 million worth of Bitcoin for their balance sheets. Phenomenal on my end. That's greater adoption for all those who didn't know what NEXON makes or what video games they do. They do MapleStory. I think they've done that's crazy. I forgot about that. That's so crazy. FIFA Online, MapleStory 2, Kart Rider. Dark Knight Rises. Let's see what else we got here. Tails Water, Dragon's Nest, Lawbreakers. Awesome. Plenty of DS games as well, which is another DS. I think that was the number 1 selling console. I don't remember during its time, but it outsold I think like everything. PlayStation, Xbox, like all those totaled up together. DS definitely kills it. Get a swig of water over here real quick. Alrighty. Finish up the article. They loaded $100 million worth of BTC on their balance sheet. A total purchase of 1,717 Bitcoins at an average of $58,000, of course, including fees. So, bought a little high towards the top, of course, but that's just the average cost. They could have been accumulating for quite a while, and, that average cost could have easily, just went up, in value, of course, as you continue to add on to your position. But then they quote here, CEO of NEXON. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Woof, I'm drink some water and went down the wrong pipe a little bit. Try not to obliterate the mic right now. Oh, there we go. Sorry, excuse me. Our purchase of Bitcoin reflects a disciplined strategy for protecting shareholders' value and maintaining the purchasing power of our cash assets, said owner Mahan, the president of CEO of NEXON. The CEO added that given the current economic environment, that his firm believes Bitcoin offers long-term stability and liquidity, while also maintaining the value of its cash for the future investment. So that's just that's what we like to see. Companies that are doing this, like we've talked about weeks on end, they're holding. This on their balance sheet, to improve liquidity in their company, to prove a safe haven, give that safety net, and, also, support the movement. A lot of people who are buying Bitcoin, are here for the money, of course. The money just comes with, the support. But as you continue to dive deeper in this space and learn more and more about it, you really just, I mean, me personally, of course, I think you fall in love with the technology and, what it can perform. It gets you thinking about the future, quite often, which I think is always a great thing. It's always good to think a little bit ahead. So, and also going over to Binance Chain, their DeFi exchange for Uranium finance, we've had our talks about, DeFi is not 100% perfect. It is still kind of a baby learning to walk. It is still, it's a more advanced child learning to walk. It barely stumbles, but when it does stumble, it can be kind of hard and definitely hurt a little bit. But dealing particularly with Binance Smart Chain and, go up here. I'm sorry, guys. Dealing with Binance Smart Chain and, their exploits of to what happened, if kind of just going down, there was a fault in the code, I believe, a Uranium bug, which was due to increase the intact of withdrawals, almost all tokens due to a calculation error. The balances of the pair contracts during sanity checks were 100 times larger than the real ones, and this can happen, not frequently, but, things like this can happen, and not as frequently as people think, but of course this isn't something you want to see happening too often, especially in the DeFi space, especially when you're, a DEX or, a Uniswap or, an exchange that carries a great amount of liquidity, for your customers, not only for your personal holdings as a company, but, also, people rely on you and lean on you back for, keeping their yield farming active, keeping their investment safe, while they, people are trusting you, to have your security on lock. So, really the whole farm, I guess, risk is definitely a possibility, kind of just like I covered. These things are something that when they do happen, they've got to be taken pretty seriously, and the protocols have got to be updated or revamped, just because if there's one exploit real enough, just like you say, when you see one cockroach, there's probably like a million. That's 100% true. The same thing with code. Sorry guys, we're having like F1 fighter jets come out and just do Playhouse, I guess, today. But nothing too crazy. With moving forward, this is just something that we got to deal with. 50 million, as grand scheme as it sounds, is a lot. That's not nearly as bad as how bad it's been in the past. So definitely shake that off, and we will continue to move forward and continue doing what we need to do to make sure that things are, on the top of their performance. Sorry, I'm still checking the time, guys. We got our NBA Top Shot drop in like 4 minutes here, so that's pretty cool. Also, message last updated. Q is slightly different. Everyone will register to get an opportunity to buy a pack. So if you're a waiting room, you'll get the. Oh, hey, that's cool. That's really nice. Look at that. They're letting everyone get a pack today. Usually, that doesn't always happen. So that's. But moving on, guys. Real quick. Actually, let's take an intermission real quick before we. Actually, here. Let's see how much. Do I have enough time? 5 minutes? Yeah, I do. No, we're good. I'm sorry, guys. Reviewing to our tops MLBs. So we're going to go over, MLB actually dropped their NFT collection, just like NBA Top Shot, actually. So they had their first swing. Sorry, that wasn't actually intended. I didn't mean to. I just read the title. But they had their first swing at NFTs today. Number of NFTs, over 1.3 million NFTs, and nearly 80K packs were sold for MLB's opening day. I believe that was April 20th. I didn't even know that. I would have definitely hopped on there and done that. I had no idea. I must have not signed up for the notification alerts. But overall, MLB is starting to make their way into the picture with NBA Top Shot and everything else with the NFT world. NFTs are well live. They're not going anywhere, and this is, I believe, the transition that we're seeing of assets and materialistic, valuable items that can now kind of be used in a lighter way and be translated in that way. It's NFTs. I think people who, I don't mean this for everybody, but I think people who kind of don't understand NFTs are kind of fighting it at some point. Like it's not a crazy hard concept to understand. No one's asking you to, do trigonometry or ridiculous stuff. It's really a simple concept, and I guess the fact of where people get the most stunned and awed is, when prices come into action, when you hear prices selling for, multi-millions and all thousands and all this. And also number one is that not understanding, the materialistic value, versus the digital value, as that those do fall under the exact same category. Just because you cannot hold something does not mean it's just as valuable. We see that all the time. We've had that for years, since the dawn of the internet. Cannot tell you how many video games I played. I used to play CSGO very intensely, World of Warcraft beyond intensely, still do. A lot of video games, as to where you can hop on player auctions. That's a one site that you sell virtual items. There are G2, like there are just beyond me so many sites that you can already sell digital items with on that have basically been unregistered NFTs for goodness sakes years now. There's only, they say they all follow the same rules that apply to the NFT network, minus the blockchain. I could suppose, of course, on that end. But I have my legendary sword or my legendary skin from CS:GO that maybe is not one of one, but from a pack, if you open that, that's usually how it goes. You open it from a rare box that you got in game, and you have a 10% chance of hitting that. There you go. So now that kind of cuts on the rarity, that majority of people are not getting that item, therefore driving the scarcity up and making it more expensive. It goes along the same way. And of course, people learn at different stages, not bash anyone for not understanding, but there are some people who just kind of refuse to like really accept the fact that, digital assets are, not as important as, physical assets. And that's kind of a big driller that people are gonna have to get through, is that something digital is just as valuable as something materialistic. So awesome. I'm gonna pause right there, guys, before we continue. We're actually pretty much almost wrapped up here. We had about one or two more articles. I just kind of, these were kind of light news. I didn't want to cover some of these intensely, but we definitely want to be in here for our NBA Top Shot pack. So that is definitely awesome. So let's get this Top Shot going. Let me get some music in here. So let's see if I can get some non-copyright music so I don't get in trouble. But hope you guys have been doing well. Having a great week so far. It's already Thursday. Can't believe that May is pretty much already here. Yeah, let me know what your guys' summer plans are. What do you guys got going on? Internships, school. I know this school year was definitely trash. Not good for a lot of people. Some desktop audio. Got 1 second. Hey. I think this pack's like $9 or something. I don't think it's anything like crazy either. Let's see. Mess it up there. We're in the waiting room. Oh, this may take one. I forgot this what happened last time. There's I remember last time it was the Cool Cats pack, and I remember I left my browser open for 10 hours just because sometimes especially on the rare ones they they will sell out quick. What am I? I'm 94. Dang, I got in so late. Well, the cool thing is everyone's getting a pack, so that's okay. So that's cool. All right, I think we can go back and finish up, and then we'll wait. By the time we finish up, I guarantee we'll probably be somewhat close, because people go pretty quick with this stuff, especially since they're not rare packs or anything. So covering MLB, I already did that. That was completely fine. Some other quick news: Cardano special, partnerships with Mobile Connect for 250K people, working in Africa, which is super nice. That live stream is actually going on right now. Cardano is helping connect, not only education, but connecting, blockchain nodes and other, educational big resources for individuals in Africa. As you guys know, Africa is one of the top, I think, if not the top, countries for producing and indulging, in cryptocurrencies, and having that beneficial, within that country, having cryptocurrency within Africa is much more valuable than what it would be us having in the United States. And I can try to clarify that kind of in a way. Make sure this music isn't too loud. I didn't even think about that. But let me kind of clarify that in a way for a little bit of a deeper analysis, is that what I mean is by that is usually, if you live in the U.S., you understand that, barter and trade, that when things are done in trade, guys, overseas, majority of the time, and this isn't all the time, but majority of the time, if you need to settle a deal from, goodness, Nigeria, and you got to settle a deal in Ukraine, you're most likely going to meet that middle adjustment with US dollar. Like, you are going to be doing that exchange with USDC, the US dollar. So in the sense of, having cryptocurrency more beneficial within Africa is overall the advancement, like some countries are not as ahead, as, other countries as well. In the firms of technology, information, just even basic needs and basic necessities. We all need to remember that as well. To be blessed and be able to be in areas of the world is definitely a thing, 100%. So that's just kind of what I mean is by the importance. A lot of these individuals and people have never had the true access to this cryptocurrency just yet, and they haven't had the resources in the information that you and I have had for goodness, I can't even for as long as you've been in the space. So this is a huge event that I firmly believe in. I like Charles Hoskinson, the head developer, CEO of Cardano. He was one of the Ethereum main co-founders. A lot of people forget that. There were a lot of people who used to work on Ethereum together and then eventually branched off into their other projects. But long term, I believe Cardano will be doing very well. Charles is a very good guy. I think his heart is in the right place with what he wants from this space, and I believe this is going to not only just help people, a ton of people, in the country. In Africa, but just overall. Really adoption wise, you're gonna have people who never had a chance to get access to the information that now have full access. So big thumbs up on that one. I will try to catch that event later on. And Polygon Network, I didn't want to cover this too much, but just a light overview. Polygon Network raises $100 million to support growing DeFi adoption. Polygon helps Ethereum a ton with their gas fee embezzlements and everything that's going on with their scaling solutions. Polygon, I believe, will be here long term and continue to help Ethereum scale and make things possible and a lot easier to commute with Ethereum. There were plenty of other projects that had the chance and it didn't quite live up to the scale. I don't know. I'm no deep dive expert on Polygon, but I do know from a developer standpoint that the scaling solutions that Polygon offers is phenomenal, and that's why we've seen gas fees down so low. With our fork rollouts and everything that we've done in the kind of short to medium term, but long term, if Polygon does keep this up and keep the benefits with Ethereum as it has been, the DeFi protocols, it helps, and it does a lot more than just Ethereum helping maintain gas fees, but overall DeFi, decentralized finance, helping that continue to thrive and push to that next level is very, very important, especially when it comes to scaling solutions. So I'll read up on Polygon and anything I find useful if you guys want, if that's something you guys want to learn, that I could definitely push that forward because I've heard nothing but great things for Polygon in the past, even long term. I've always pretty heard solid things, just never got around to it, to pulling the gun on the buy. But thumbs up, just really good overall catalyst news today. Really, really good thumbs up news today. So we're gonna sit on here. That's really all I had for today, guys. To be honest, I don't think I had anything else to cover. I thought I'd be a little bit further in the pack line, but that's okay. I'll probably stay on while we kind of wait and see what's to come with the pack drops. But 94, 90. If it starts taking too long, of course we'll get off. If I reach like 30, like 30, like 33, 32 minutes and we're not like close, then of course I'll just show you guys what I got in the back. I don't want to leave this live stream on too long, but hope you guys enjoy the live stream today, and I will of course be updating like usual, bringing emergency videos when I can, and continue to make sure that you guys are up to date with everything going on. But we're looking really good in the sense of just overall market health. Nothing wrong with BTC taking a cool off, just remember that. And during these times, guys, I think I really highly recommend that people do research on other projects and really dive deep into the world of cryptocurrency and kind of see what else it has to offer for you. Bitcoin's great, Ethereum's great, but there are other smaller projects that I believe will stand the test of time and continue to dominate, just like they have been doing. So absolutely. renter's insurance. Yeah, we're actually really in the back of this line. That's okay though. That's interesting. Yeah, let's take a look. I didn't even hear. Actually, now that I think about it, let me take a look at MLB's. What is that? Is it MLB Top Shot? I don't even know. Like, I really don't even know the name of this place. Let's see. MLB NFT. Here, maybe just look at MLB NFTs. Tops. That's what they're called. Tops. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, see, I like how they did that. That's actually like that's cooler. It tells you like the percentile. Man, NBA needs to take some notes, dude. This is awesome. Yeah, I didn't even know. That's dope. Dude, that's freaking sick. What is this? Atomic Hub. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, all right. This is. I'm not a big baseball guy at all, guys. Like at all. I don't really know a lot. I don't watch baseball. I don't really keep up a lot. I got my favorite team, but baseball was never really my thing. But this is awesome. This is cool. This is freaking sick. Look at that, 212. Like, I can definitely see people getting like some crazy stuff out of these packs. I can't wait till NHL does that. If people didn't know, I'm a big NHL guy. I love hockey. I love watching hockey. Played hockey for a little bit when I was younger. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, NHL is gonna be really cool. That's gonna be something right there. I'm actually really excited for that. But these are pretty cool, guys. This is awesome. Let me check the time. Awesome. I think I'm about to. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I thought I was gonna be a little bit. I'll post a screenshot in the Patreon of what I get. It's only a common pack, so it's not anything crazy. But I'll put a timestamp too because we ended at like 29 minutes. So, but have a great rest of your day, guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We're going into May. Things are heating up. We're gonna be here through it all. So, stay safe. Keep working hard like you guys are, and I will definitely see you guys probably over the weekend. I would imagine we're going to have a pretty crazy weekend this weekend, so I'll probably be on this weekend and try to bring you guys a little something. But, look out for posts on the Patreon like usual, and call, text, or, sorry, not text, DM or ping if you guys need anything, any questions or anything. I'm always here for you guys. So, alrighty, guys, I am done for the day. Have a great rest of your day, and bye-bye. Be safe.